Welcome, everybody, to Cued In. I'd like to pass it on to your facilitator for today's session, Mr. John Helbert. John?
Hi, guys. This is John Helbert, and I am a school counselor at J. Frank Hilliard in Broadway, Virginia, with Rockingham County Public Schools. And today I have the pleasure of introducing two of our presenters for Cargill. The first is Jamie Williams. He graduated in 2019 from Oklahoma State University, where he majored in ag business and minored in animal science. He started as a business operations and supply chain rotational associate with Cargill in January of 2020 in Dayton, Virginia, but have recently rotated into a new role at our North American protein headquarters in Wichita, Kansas. His program is a 2-year deep dive into various aspects of our plant operations, supply chain, and demand planning areas of the business. After the completion of my program, he says, will be placed in a more permanent and full-time role. And then our second presenter with Cargill is JC Grant. She is the protein business operation supply chain training lead at Dayton, Virginia, Cargill plant. She grew up in rural Indiana, where her love for food production and agriculture developed. JC earned her bachelor's degree in animal science from Purdue University. Before starting her career at Cargill, she started out as a production management associate in a protein faculty in Lake Odyssey, Michigan. After finishing her training program, she became a production supervisor where JC managed a team of 18 employees. She returned to graduate school in 2017 and earned her master's degree in animal science, with a research focus on intercultural competence development within students in agriculture. In her graduate program, she led 2 study abroads, one in Vietnam and one in Italy, where her students learned about global food production. She returned to Cargill and Virginia in the summer of 2019 and has held different, but most recently promoted to position she currently holds. Her current role focuses on operations, onboarding, and training. So those are our 2 presenters that will be presenting for Cargill.
Hello, my name is Seth Howard, and I'm the utility manager at Cargill Turkey in Dayton, Virginia. My department consists of myself, a utility supervisor, 10 boiler and refrigeration technicians, 1 electrician, and 4 wastewater treatment plant operators across 3 shifts. There are several tasks that we perform around the facility, with 3 of our main tasks being safely operating and maintaining our anhydrous ammonia refrigeration system that provides cooling to our plant at various points of our process, operating and maintaining the boiler system that provides steam and hot water to the plant, and operation of our wastewater treatment facility. I have held several roles since joining the Cargill team. My journey began almost 19 years ago in Hazelden, Pennsylvania, as a mechanic in one of our case-ready facilities. Then I moved into a maintenance management role in one of our beef harvest facilities in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and now most recently the Cargill, Dayton, Virginia utility manager. I chose Cargill for its advancement opportunities that I have made good use of, as you can tell by my movement within the company and around the U.S. Some of the processes that my department deals with are considered to be highly hazardous and highly regulated by OSHA and other agencies. So that makes it harder for us when it comes to hiring the right individuals to fill these roles. We have had several technicians over the years that have had several hours of on-the-job training and technical schooling to gain the knowledge and experience to safely operate and maintain our systems. Our newer technicians that we have hired are working alongside of our seasoned veterans with the ultimate goal of getting them enrolled in some adult continuing education programs for a skilled trade. Skilled trades are in high demand right now, and it's getting harder for us to fill some of these roles that we have open. I'm a product of trade school myself, and it has helped me advance in my career. So my advice to anyone looking to enter the workforce is to enroll in a skilled trades program, which there are many to choose from, such as industrial electricity, HVAC, or welding. I'm looking forward to hopefully working with some of you in the future. Good luck on your journey.
Hello, my name is Griselda Ledesma. I work in Cargill, Dayton, Virginia. I have worked here for about 20 years now. My current role is cutlet supervisor. However, I started working in the line as a production associate, and then I was given the opportunity to work in human resources and in the environmental health and safety department as a production trainer. In my department, associates trade products such as cutlets and chops, but they are also given the opportunity to learn how to become a technician, food safety checker, jack driver, or line leader. In Cargill, the doors of opportunities are incredible. All you have to do is have great attendance, be a great performer, and volunteer to learn as much as possible. I really enjoy working here at Cargill, Dayton, Virginia.
My name is Larry Maddox, and I'm considered the controller or the main accounting finance person at the Dayton Cargill Turkey Processing Plant and Mount Crawford Distribution Center, both near Harrisonburg, Virginia. My accounting team consists of 4 other individuals, 3 of which are considered professional or degreed accountants, and 1 associate accountant. Our plant is very large. We have over 1,100 employees here. We're considered the largest turkey processing plant in the world. A little bit about my story. From my early days in my teenage years, I even had an interest in numbers, business, money and finance kind of things. So upon first going to college, however, I was pushed into chemical engineering studies based on what my father thought would be best for me. So that's not always what is best. I quickly learned that did not interest me, and I switched my major to accounting to align with what I thought was best. Also, after many years of significant life events such as getting married, having kids, working, I was able to go back to school to complete my accounting degree. Then I had a lot more practical job experiences, so it was even more satisfying and rewarding for me. So my wife and I actually achieved this on our own accord, and that's what we wanted to do. So a little bit about my department, or as I would call them, my team. The teamwork is obviously very important to me, and it's very important in the accounting industry because we support each other and we make sure we get jobs done in a team effort. That's what I look for in candidates, those individuals that would work well on a team together, folks that are detail oriented, and they have great skills such as planning and scheduling. They're task driven, and an accounting degree also is necessary to obtain a professional level in my career field. Another thing I wanted to do today is give you just a little bit of advice. If you already heard it from me, I would just say decide to pursue a career in something that truly interests you, because that is the key to your success and being happy. The accounting degree for sure is important to pursue this in this field. Also know that there are a lot of different routes you can go in accounting, mainly private industry versus public accounting. I chose the private industry because I had experience in working in manufacturing, and where it meant more to me than going down the public route.
The minimum age to work at Cargill is 18. We have various departments throughout the plant, whether you want to work directly out of high school in one of our departments, whether that be on the line, whether that be in maintenance or anything like that. We have those kinds of opportunities. We have skilled trade where you go to a trade school, you obtain the certification that you need to do that type of work, whether that's in maintenance, refrigeration, electrician, those kinds of things, and then all the way up to degreed or like college level accounting, which is what I did to start out with Cargill. So I went to college, obtained my 4-year degree, and then started with them. And I guess I started at a slightly higher level than what you would start at if you just started directly out of high school or with a skilled trade. Hourly associates start, the base is $13 an hour, and then it works up from there, and it depends on how long you've been with the company, what department you're in. It varies across the board. And then once you start getting into those skilled jobs, they go up from there and then up to salaried positions, which have a very wide range.
We also
I can also jump in there, Jamie.
Yeah.
You're exactly right. With the 18 years old is the minimum age that you can work. And so, directly out of high school. And Cargill also does tuition reimbursement. So if you're interested in whether that be trade school or other classes or university courses, those are all things that Cargill does tuition reimbursement for.
Where you are now, what would you wish you knew when you're in high school?
Yeah, I was just going to say that's a fabulous question. I didn't know if Jamie wanted to start, but I'll just go ahead. So I would say that what I wish I would have known is that you're not going to end up where you think you will. And so trying out all different types of things. So even things or areas of interest that you might not think you will be, you can really figure out what you like and what you don't like by trying new opportunities. So I was in animal sciences, but I never thought I wanted to work with poultry. And in both of my jobs within Cargill, I've worked within the poultry business, and I have absolutely loved it. And so, taking internships or job shadowing people, or even just reaching out and asking questions, make yourself uncomfortable, because it's when we're uncomfortable that we tend to grow more and learn more about ourselves. And so I wish I would have taken even more opportunities to try out different things.
Jamie?
Yeah, I think piggybacking off of what JC said, I completely agree. I changed my major 4 times while I was in college, and I only have a handful of friends who graduated and didn't change their major at all, and they're the weird ones. It's completely okay to go in not knowing what you want to do, or go in thinking you know what you want to do and then change. I would also have wished that I would have known that the payout at the end is totally worth all of the work that you have to put in. Like, college is difficult. You have tons of assignments, projects, a lot of work that you have to put in, but at the end, it is totally worth it. And at the time while I was doing it, I didn't always see that it was going to be worth it until I got out. And now I think that it absolutely was worth it. And had I had that perspective the whole time, I think that I would have made it a little bit easier on myself while I was in school.
Gotcha. Jamie, how has it been productive for you, and how, what are some of those things that you wish you saw in high school? I know that you spoke briefly about one, but what are like the I guess contributions that you've seen because that you're now in this job? What has that created for you?
I'm sorry, you cut out for a second. Will you repeat that?
All right. So I was just wondering, what are some of the advantages as far as where you are now as opposed to where you were?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I know that while I was in school, I was doing a lot of stuff related to just business in general, and then agriculture. I knew that I wanted to go into business of some sort, but I had no idea what. I kind of decided that agriculture would be a way, or it would be a good field to go into because there are so many jobs available. And then when I found Cargill, I had never worked a day in a plant. I didn't know how plant processing worked. I had never worked with poultry. Kind of like what JC had said earlier, that I didn't know anything about this industry, about what we do at the plant. And at first I was like, oh, well, this isn't for me because I don't know what's going on. I don't know anything about this. So how am I going to be able to keep up? How am I going to be able to learn quickly? But keeping yourself open to just all types of possibilities and saying yes in to try new things is always the best option.
Harrisonburg High School students and also Rockingham County high school students, they have the opportunity of going to the Massanutten Technical Institute and MTC and, learning a lot of different trades.
If there is an opportunity to take classes to learn any sort of skill, and you have the capacity to add that onto your workload or your schedule, I mean, I would say do it. That was one of the things that even in high school and at a college level, adding courses to my schedule that didn't relate to my degree or my program was really, really important to helping me become more well-rounded. And I became passionate about things that I didn't know I was passionate about before. You can really get involved in some really cool things and build relationships with, whether that's your teachers or fellow students, that can just expose you to a bunch of different opportunities. So I would say your experiences only further lead you to different experiences.
Okay.
Going on to the attendance part, absolutely. Attendance is always critical, whether that's in our jobs, full-time jobs, whether that's a part-time job, whether that's school, whether that's our relationships. We have to show up and put the work in to get what we want out of it, right? And so being able to be reliable and dependable in all aspects of our life is really critical and really important, but particularly in the work industry,
Awesome.
If you can be reliable, you're going to be tapped on the shoulder to be involved in more things.
Awesome. Thank you. Just one quick question, and it's going to be a yes or no question. Is it are students or are your employees required to go to college to work there?
No.
Okay. Thank you guys very much. We certainly do appreciate your time, and hopefully the students out there were able to learn a little bit more about Cargill and what you guys offer. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Oh, one last question. It came in too, just right now. Can students who are in cooperative education in their senior year in high school work at Cargill as well too?
So that's something that we're looking into, what sort of opportunities. If you are 18 years old and there's an opportunity to work part-time, I mean, absolutely apply. But in terms of the cooperative experience, that's something that our teams are definitely working on, identifying what sort of capacities that we can work with high school students.
Great. Thank you so much,
Awesome.
Jason.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for your time here. We're excited about this partnership and you guys exploring Cargill here today.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks.
Much, everybody.